Ahoy friends, welcome to building the Alpha Dory. I'm Dan, and this is a project to build a Chamberlain racing dory from John Gardner's The Dory book. Illustrations by Sam Manning. This morning we're going to be out in the shop scarfing together one of the shear strakes for the Alpha Dory. So this is the last plank that goes on the boat on the starboard and port sides. And yeah, let's get out into the shop and get to it. Let's do a here. Yeah, you can really see why boat shops in the old days were a favorite place for shop fires to start. My word. Especially if you were puffing on your pipe all day with all this kindling around. You drop a match in this and it's going to go up before you know it, or an ember even. So this stuff does make excellent tinder for starting the stove on a cold fall morning. So this is from the last plank we made. Like I said, just one per side, two more to go. And then we'll have a dory that's ready to put the rails on and start making some interior bits and pieces for. We actually still have another 2 planks to make after this, but they go on the inside and they're called seat risers. They're a form of sealing really that gives a lot of rigidity to the hull, and they're pretty simple to get out though. They're shorter than all the other planks. And then we've got a lot of seats to make and spacers to fill in between the seats for camp cruising. And then what else? Centerboard trunk. That's a big job. But we'll be making that out of plywood, so it won't be quite as full of parts and pieces as a traditional centerboard box. Also, it'll be less likely to leak as well. Alright, I'm going to put the short end out this end. And I got to figure out where the curvature is going here. That's faux show. We'll get out our trusted wax paper to keep the whole assembly from gluing itself to the shop floor, which is not a scenario we want to get ourselves into. Let's see, do I got any more scrap wax around? Yeah, I do, in the boat. I can use that on the top of the glue up. Here she is. Curved side down, it looks like. Oh my, yep, it'll be right out the door now. And then some. Yep, this vessel's getting a little out of hand for my shop. I'm thinking I better put some sort of a tarpaulin over it for the duration of the glue up, just in case it rains again. We've been getting these little rainstorms blowing through every evening, right around midnight or a little after. Past couple days, so yeah, just that time of year. And let's see if we can't get some fairly decent. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wedgie dedgies to clamp this plank right down onto the floor. Great, alright. Well, we're looking good so far. I think I want to put a block under that end of this short board, just so it's well supported out on that end. And after I've done that, yeah, we'll be about ready to get gluing. See if this one will do the trick. Here's an even better one right here. Okay, yeah, looking good. Double it up for the perfect height. Alright, good. Yeah, that looks great. So what we're doing just at the moment, I don't know if you can make it out, but we'll sight down along the plank and you may be able to get a glimpse of that curvature there at the joint. We got a pretty good shape at the joint on this side, this edge, which is the edge we're looking to line up. You can see there's a little bit of a hink at the joint on the other edge, which is where we'll use a batten to fair down to the end here. We'll batten fair that. Okay, so if you're one of these guys who's building a dory right along with me, this is the part that I was chatting about the other day in the comments section. This is a part of the process that you really can't screw up. It's just so simple. Basically get a heck bunch of glue on both of these surfaces, and then just slap these two boards together and put some nails through them, and they'll glue up just great. It's definitely not something to be too concerned about, the way you get these two faces to meet exactly. The glue does a great job of holding them together, and as long as you've cut the scarves at the same angle, both scarf, within a reasonable amount, and that's like, 1/8 of an inch or less even, it's not rocket science. But as long as you cut those scarves at a reasonable distance, you're not going to have any issues with the meet-up. It's really pretty forgiving. And the nails do tend to pull any wiggle room out of the boards when you put those 5-6 nails through. It's going to pull everything down tight, and you shouldn't have any issues. Like I was saying before, the old timers would make these scarves by hand on the boat, not even on the floor, and they'd fill them up with cotton and roofing tar, cotton and white lead, or whatever else they had on hand. And those some of those boats are on display at Mystic Seaport today, so it's a fairly efficient process of joining two planks. We're doing away with the cotton in this layup, but basically the Tight Bond 3 is standing in for the roofing tar, and but we'll be riveting these together just like the old timers would have, belt and suspenders type of deal. You don't want just the roofing tar holding your planks together. Alright, so once that's just how you wanted it, and just bring this plank up to about there. You don't want to totally disappear the scarf on the lower board, just because you want these plank surfaces to be at a similar sort of level. And the way we can do that is just, by leaving a little bit of space there, and then double checking everything once or twice to make sure we're close. And like I said, I've left both of these planks a little bit extra thick so that when we run them through the planer the last few times, it should clean up that scarf just fine. Alright, just one final sight along, which I just did. Make sure that the angle between the two planks is just where I wanted it. Now we'll make sure that we get the height feels good when I press it down, and I'll just check it with the straight edge once again. So it's neither end of the ruler is up, so we're looking good there. I'll just put this puppy together. Watch your fingers. Alright. There, that's looking pretty good. And I get this one of the nails sticking up off the floor so we don't step on it. And yeah, I'll go ahead and just grab one of these nail sets I got up here just to make sure we sort of double tension everything. Alright, and now we wait. Yeah, anyway, that's the sort of process of a quick scarf joint for a Alpha Dory shear strake.